Violence erupting in Ferguson overnight. Take a lolook at this.
Stop resisting. You're under arrest for robbery. Put your hands behind the back.
Tough to watch that. And now a new report saying that there are more guns on the streets than ever before. Is this really a good idea? Our next guest says yes.
Well, Fox News alert, brand new violence erupting, unfortunately, overnight in Ferguson, Missouri.
You're under arrest for robbery. Stop resisting. You're under arrest for robbery. Put your hands behind the back.
Now, a new report finds that gun sales are skyrocketing in the region ahead of that grand jury decision, which could come as early as today. Our next guest is selling between 30 and 50 firearms every day, he says. Joining me now, Steve King. He's the owner of Metro Shooting Supplies. Steve, thanks a lot for joining us. Why do you think people are buying so many guns in your area?
It's quite simple. They're afraid for what's going to happen or what the fear of the unknown is.
They also seem convinced that law enforcement won't protect them. Do you think that's a valid concern?
Well, I think that depending on the type of protesting we get and the number of protesters and how violent it becomes, law enforcement certainly is going to have their hands full. So with this many residents living in this type of a community, I think it would be pretty safe to say that every single resident would not be able to have a policeman sitting in their home protecting them. So it would be a personal responsibility to defend themselves against any type of violent action.
Now, some critics have said, you know, citizens don't have a right to protect themselves, stand back, wait for someone else to protect you, and that you are inciting overreaction by selling firearms to people. How do you respond to that?
Well, I have to tell them that it's common knowledge that the people that are well armed are going to defend themselves. I don't think we're talking about arming militias or people to go out and cause problems. We're talking about people that are going to be law-abiding citizens. They've come in, they've done the process that it takes, they've had the criminal background check. These are people that are going to be at their home.
Right.
They're going to be defending themselves against any type of activity. They're not going to be going out looking for problems.
Does it feel a little bewildering, all of this? Like it's not really America? We're talking about violence in the streets. When did this become normal? Does it feel that way to you?
You know, it'll never become normal, and I hope that the people of St. Louis have calmer minds and that prevails. You know, we have a very conservative value here in St. Louis, and I hope that they bring that to the forefront and we don't have a lot of problems.
So Al Sharpton, the MSNBC host, is coming to town. Do you expect he'll calm people down and help people understand one another and bring peace to the region, or no?
You know, it'd be a great event if Al Sharpton and the rest of the clergy could come out and talk to their constituents and preach peace and brotherhood and love, and I don't think that's going to happen. As you hear from Al Sharpton and the rest of the clergy, they're preaching racism and hatred, and it's just not what their job is supposed to be. So I don't think he's going to be helpful at all, but this would be a great opportunity for him to come in and be a true leader instead of an instigator.
That's what his job is supposed to be. That's right. He's not getting rich from brotherhood and love, that's for sure. Thanks a lot for joining us this morning. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tucker. Have a wonderful day.
You too.